Fanes, please stand or remove your caps for the playing of Canada. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Willoughby Stadium at the Langley Event Centre in Langley, beautiful British Columbia. It's our final BCPL featured game of the week, and what better way to go out than to feature the men's champions Langley United hosting the visiting Burnaby FC this afternoon. And stay tuned after this one as Langley will get presented with the 2026 BCPL trophy. A lot of football to be played before that. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall, and I'll have the call for you all the way through till the trophy is presented in around 2 hours' time. We'll get in to the starting lineups for both of these teams. For Burnaby FC, led by co-head coaches Adriano Clemente and Joe Zupa, they line up as follows. In goal, number 22, Roko Vukic. Number 2, wearing the captain's armband, Lukas Dazovic. Number 3, Owen Lemmer. Number 4, Declan Froh. Number 6, Luke Norman. Number 10, Oliver Herbert. Number 12, Nico Nadeau. Number 16, Josh Ngonwe. Number 18, Sebastian Agerskoff. Number 21, Adriano Calvarero Nunes. And number 25 is Marcus Rukavina. For the champions, Langley United, led by head coach Azad Palani. He's been in charge of them for both of their seasons in the league, and he's guided them to BCPL titles in both occasions. Last year was obviously a special one in their inaugural season. This year, maybe even more so, as it's Langley United's 100th anniversary season, and what a way to cap it off. And they line up in goal, number 1, Trayson Smiley. Number 2, Joseph Green. Number 4, Jaden Manetta. Number 6, Kyle Jones. Number 8, Adriano Matarolo. Number 10, Ivan Mejia. Number 11, wearing the captain's armband, leading scorer for the team with 8 goals in the season, Brodie Thomas. Number 12, Axel de Vries. Number 15, Lucas Friend. Number 16 is Tristan Otoamagi. Number 21 is Abi Gali. The referee for this one is Liam Abreu. First assistant referee Samuel Stewart. Second assistant referee Shane Duan. And the fourth official is young Bahadur Kandola. going into this one, Langley, as mentioned, the champions. They're top of the table from their 13 games. They're on 32 points. Even if they lose today, they've got the tiebreaker on second place TSS, who are also on 32 points. Their win and a draw against TSS was absolutely crucial in getting them over the line. They've played 13, they've won 10, they've drawn twice and just the one solitary defeat, which was a couple of weeks ago to Vancouver Whitecaps. They're the league's leading scorers on 37. They've got the best defence, just 11 goals given up. And they get the action underway in this one in the all-blue jerseys and shorts combo with the famous Admiral 2 stripes down the front. They're going from right to left in this first half. Burnaby in the white jerseys, the gold shorts with the gold numbers and trim, going from left to right. And they come into this game in 6th place in the standings. A win today for Burnaby, though, would take them up to 4th. It'd be a top 4 finish. And under the old system, that would have got them into the playoffs. No playoffs this year or last year in the league. I know from speaking to a few coaches around the league, it's something they might be pushing for to bring back in seasons to come, as we've got a player down injured in the early going here, and that is not a good sign for Burnaby as Lucas Friend picks himself up. But Burnaby coming to this one from their 13 games played, 4 wins, 4 draws, 5 defeats, 24 goals for, 19 goals against. They have the 3rd best defence and the 4th best attack, so this could be an interesting one to see how this plays out this afternoon. Obviously nothing too much to play for, but I would imagine Langley are going to want to go out with a bang and win the league, not just with the tiebreaker, but win it by a clear 3-point margin. And for Burnaby, they would love to play a little bit of spoilers on the Champions Big Trophy Day celebrations and also get that top 4 finish. But they're having to defend early. It's a good ball in, and Manetta meets that one, but he was just in an offside position as the ball came in there. But a great delivery in from Kyle Jones, and you'd expect nothing less from the diminutive midfielder. Normally I would get you to get in touch during the game, but staying off my phone for this one. I've managed to avoid the result of the first World Cup game this afternoon, hoping to do so as we get through to the end of this one, and then the England-Mexico game as well. But thank you for filling your football feast in between those 2 games by taking the action in this afternoon on BCPL Soccer's YouTube channel. If you're watching this one live, thank you wherever you're taking the action in from this afternoon. Thank you for watching and supporting the BCPL and supporting local soccer. And it's been an absolutely fantastic 2026 BCPL season, the 5th season of the league, and it's been one of the most competitive and action-packed yet, twists and turns all the way down to the last couple of weeks of the season. And for the players now, especially a number of them on the pitch, especially on the Burnaby side, they're going to want to come out of this season and head in to their college campaigns strong. Burnaby stacked full of UBC Thunderbirds players, and they will want to have a good season. As Jones, a little bit audacious there. We've seen Jones score long-range efforts before in the BCPL with TSS Rovers. We've seen him do it in the VMSL with Coquitlam Metroford Wolves, so we know he's got that good shot on him. Player that we've watched for many a year up here in the commentary booth, coming through the Whitecaps Academy, playing with Foothills in the old USL PDL days, and a number of seasons with TSS, and now this his 2nd. After being away from them, he was with Coquitlam Metroford's BCPL team Evolution last year, and now making the move to Langley this year and contributing as you would expect from him. Jaden Manetto's also had a very good year. In fact, it's hard to find any of these Langley players that you would not say has had a good season. And Manetta, something of a long throw expert. He's going to send this one deep into the Burnaby box. It's a good delivery, looking to try and get it onto the head of Thomas. Rukavina back doing defensive work, and that hits the referee, so we'll get a stoppage there. Mentioned UBC Thunderbirds and how a number of these Burnaby players on UBC's team. The U Sports Nationals getting held in BC this year. The women's is at UBC, but the men's is at UVic Vikes. So there'll be only one spot available from Canada West this year. So it's going to be a very competitive Canada West season. I'll be back in the commentary booth for UBC come the end of the month, my 10th year doing the UBC games. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing a number of the players on the pitch today in U Sports and Canada West action. Joseph Green with the ball in hand just out. One of those players, the 19-year-old Winnipegger, was a draft pick for Vancouver FC in the 2026 U Sports draft, having a great rookie season with the Mount Royal Cougars. And De Vries just lets that bounce behind him, and Rukavina almost pouncing on that and forcing a turnover, but Langley holding firm. And it's a hot one down at pitch level. 24 degrees at kick-off, feeling up about the 27-28 mark. There's a bit of a breeze. It's not as strong as it was during the women's game, but that certainly helps when it picks up. But was down between the two matches, chatting to Langley United women's head coach Chelsea Hannison, and it was definitely toasty down there. And we mentioned in the women's broadcast, if you're with us, that Chelsea heavily pregnant, and talking to her afterwards, she's 2 days overdue, but still came out to coach her team to victory in the first game this afternoon, and she's staying on to watch this one. But if we see her leave at some point during the game, then I think we might know why. But wish Chelsea all the best. Got to know Chelsea very well when she was with TSS Rovers as assistant coach and head coach in the women's team there. She's had a good season with the women for Langley. Chatting to her after that game, they were 5th last year, they're 3rd this year, and they're targeting a top 2 finish in 2027. And on the men's side, Azad Palani has had an absolutely fantastic first 2 years in charge of Langley in the BCPL. Definitely a coach that can go on to the higher level and do bigger and better things. Was the assistant for Vancouver FC for a couple of years under Afshin Gotbi. Otamagi chips that forward. Dazovic though with a stretching leg brings it down. Played forward by Calvero Nunes, and it's springing Nadeau there, who's sent a dangerous ball into the box, and it comes back to Nico Nadeau. Oh, touch to the outside, he's getting closed down by Green. Rukavina with a spinning shot. Oh, and it's fired over from Oliver Herbert. 9 minutes in, that's the first looking goal for Burnaby, and Ollie Herbert there will feel he should have kept that one down and got that one on target. But it's been a good, fast-paced start from both of these teams. De Vries just slowing things down a little bit out there. There's a through ball there for Lucas Friend to try and chase down, but quickly off his line is Rocco Vukic, who'll be hoping to make the #1 jersey at UBC his for this season. Jones does well to win that back. Mejia now got a little bit of room, tried to thread that through to the outside to Friend. Second attempt trying to play in Thomas, and the high looping effort picked out of the air by the 6'3" Vukic. Dazovic now just playing it along his back line to Njongwe. And used to seeing Josh Njongwe, he's played up front at times for UBC. He's had limited minutes for the Thunderbirds, it has to be said, but in the centre of defence for Burnaby today. The 20-year-old Calgarian has got a couple of years up at UBC, just in 9 appearances so far. And Njongwe came through the Whitecaps Alberta Academy. That ball just running away from Nadeau, and De Vries will send that back to Smiley. Green trying to show some fancy footwork there, and you feel Green's going to be going up in battle against a number of these players as well when he gets back to Mount Royal. Friend trying to just turn there, and I think we've seen Lucas Friend actually put on a few inches as this season goes on as well. He's looking even bigger down there. He was originally down as being 5'9" at the start of this season. He definitely looks taller than 5'9" down there. His dad, of course, Rob Friend, known for being 6'5" and then calling his business 6'5" after that. The VFC owner was taking in his team, putting on a first half 4-goal performance yesterday. And will we see more first half goals here? Herbert tries his second look on goal in the first 13 minutes here, this time on target but denied by Trayson Smiley. Vukic's clearance finds Nadeau. Inside to Luke Norman. It's helped along the way there. It's getting chased down by Owen Lemmer. He's stretching but just can't keep that one in. The Galley with the throw-in and then the clearance, but only falls to Burnaby playing. The shot comes in, it's crashed off the bar. The closest so far either team have come to breaking the deadlock. And it was Sebastian Agerskoff for Burnaby there with that fierce strike. Been a little bit of an up and down season for this Burnaby side. Coming into this one though on the back of a win and a draw in their last 2 matches. Their last showing a big 8-1 victory at home to Kamloops United, and they'll be maybe looking to try and build on that a little bit and get some goals popped in this afternoon. It was a hat-trick for Brandon Momatani in that one. Momatani not in the Burnaby squad this afternoon, as Thomas, the leading scorer for Langley, outside to Igali. It's a good ball into the near post, and 2 bites of the cherry there for Friend, but he can't poke that one away past Vukic. Rukavina now holds that up, lays it off for Norman. Luke Norman drafted twice now by CPL teams in their drafts, as that cross comes in. It's over the head though of Rukavina. Both Pacific and Vancouver have drafted Luke Norman, yet to feature though in the CPL, the former Whitecaps Academy alumni. Herbert now, nice little touch to the outside, and fires another fierce strike off, and this one just rising from when it left his foot, and that's high and over Smiley's bar. Mahia trying to lay that off to Green. Igali and Akers off space out in the right if they can get the ball over them. De Vries now. Eventually he gets it to Igali, but by that time he's closed down by Herbert. Langley will recycle it out now to the other side. Manetta bringing it forward. Crossfield ball takes a bounce into the path of Igali. And a little tug back from the defender on Owen Lemmer. That's going to bring the free kick up for the visitors here from Burnaby. th minute here in Langley. No goals, but lots of goal mouth action for both sides in the opening stages of this one. Friends forced to play that back, and Manetta had to quickly get rid of that. He was getting closed down there by Agerskoff. It's a good ball in from Otomagi, but just runs through, and Thomas has to come out the box to collect it. Looking for some help here, lays it off to Jones. Little touch inside, nice passing and movement here from Langley, and it just comes to nothing in the end as that one bounces off the shin of Jones and behind for a Burnaby goal kick. It's a thread through, just stretching. Trying to get onto that was Nadeau. It's been interesting to see Nico Nadeau's season with Burnaby. The Winnipegger coming off his rookie season with UBC last year, where he played primarily as a fullback. I'll break off here as Mahia goes for goal and finds a way through. And in the 20th minute, we've got the opener, and it's even Mahia doing the business again for Langley, and it's Langley United 1, Burnaby 0. Burnaby's looked a better team in the opening moments here, but it's Langley that find a way through, and even Mejia dancing his way into the box and somehow finding a way through the defenders and Roko Vukic to give the champions the lead. And Burnaby will feel a little hard done by there. They'd got off to such a good start. And here goes Mejia again, chasing this ball down. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. And he has to settle for a corner for his side. He'd run out of room there. Not much options for him. Plays it off Lukas Dazovic. And Mejia is going to be on corner kick duty now. It's a good delivery, just curls past everyone though and will run behind. That goal for even Mejia, incidentally, his 7th of the season now. And his first since way back at the start of June in a crucial victory over Kamloops United. A match that really showed Langley's mettle as they finished that game with 9 men. They trailed 1-0, having their goalkeeper sent off as well, which was then overturned as it shouldn't have been a sending off. Could have been a very controversial moment of the season, but Langley found a way to win. And that is one of the reasons why you are seeing them crowned back-to-back BCPL champions here. And they're a very hard team to play against at the best of times, and an even harder team to play against when they've got the lead. And that is the task now, facing Burnaby as we move past the midway point of the first half here. Jones, nice little chip back to Otomagi, plays into the centre for Thomas, who meets it first time. Can't really get a clean shot on that, but it's still the pressure getting kept on here by Langley. And things just not coming off at the moment for Langley here. Sorry, for Burnaby here. Things are very much coming off for Langley. And they're going to win another corner. That goal's lit a fire under them. They're starting to turn it on a little bit now. And putting this Burnaby defence to the sword. Mejia has been a busy man through the first 25 minutes here, as the referee's just wanting to check in on some shenanigans on the goal line. Mahia, low curler into the near post. It's going to come back out to him. And he tries, I don't know if it was a curler or meant to be a cross, but it just eludes the head of Igali either way, and it's going to go behind for a Burnaby goal kick. "18 different players have found the back of the net for Langley this season. As mentioned at the start, they are the league's leading scorers, and it's Brodie Thomas that leads the way with 8 goals. Even Mahia now just 1 behind, sitting on 7. Burnaby though still pushing, trying to get themselves back into this. Norman wins it back in the middle of the Langley half. No room to go forward. They'll just play the patience game. And throw his ball forward, just cut out there by Matarolo. And he slips as he gets the ball forward, but it was a good pass in the end. Mahia trying to get away, but Adriano Calvarero Nunes doing a good job to break that one up. Burnaby just taking a little bit too long to get that clear, and they get a fortunate bounce there. And they'll get a little bit of respite now. After the early kind of barrage of attempts from Burnaby, Trayson Smiley's not a lot to do in the Langley goal for the last 10-15 minutes or so. This is his 8th appearance of this season in the BCPL, also played for Langley against Vancouver FC in the Canadian Championship this year. He's got a couple of clean sheets to his name. He was the keeper, incidentally, that had got sent off unfairly in that game against Kamloops that I was talking about a few minutes ago. As it's chipped in there from Nadeau, but just into the arms of Smiley, and quick distribution from the keeper. Smiley, a couple of seasons under his belt in the NCAA with UNC Wilmington. And Igali dancing into the box, could have gone down there, stays on his feet and sends a dangerous ball in across the face of goal. Mahia just can't get a foot on it, and it's touched behind by Calvarero Nunes, and it's going to be yet another corner here for the home side. Mahia with a curler, forcing Vukic to fly across his goal there. As the stadium clock seems to have stopped. Sure that will be back up and running shortly, but basically just moving past the half-hour mark here in Willoughby It's another corner. This time Kyle Jones on corner kick duty. Goes for the near post. Friend gets a little touch on it, but comes off the defender behind him, and it's out for another corner. Agerskoff, the player just behind Friend there. I don't think he knew too much about that ball as it came through. Jones will have a second bite of the cherry here. A lot of pushing on the goal line in front of Vukic. Mejia sprays that out to Jones. Lays it off to Manetta. De Vries sends that in, and important head on that from Ngongwe. Nice little movement, short passes here from Langley. Jones working his way through. There's a lot of traffic as he fired that shot off it. Takes a fortunate rebound into the path of Thomas as Green whips in a very inviting ball there, but no takers for Langley. They keep it alive though. De Vries for Friend, who's made lots of room for himself. Nice turn, nice finish. Fantastic goal from Langley, and in the 33rd minute it's Langley United 2, Burnaby 0, and that was a nice bit of build-up play. The ball came to Friend in the box. He had done well to make room for the shot, spun round, fired it off, and Lucas Friend gets his 4th of the season. And Langley get their 2nd of the afternoon, and they are coasting here at Willoughby Stadium. As Feed from Desire playing, singing about a strong release, and that was certainly a strong release from the foot of Lucas Friend there into the back of the net. Nothing that Rocco Vukic could do to keep that one out.
Goal, scored by 15. Lucas Friend in the 33rd minute. Friend in the 33rd minute.
That goal felt it was coming. It's pretty much been all Langley since they took the lead. 13 minutes between the two goals. And Burnaby will still keep fighting here, but they're going to leave some space at the back. And Mejia has been pulling the strings in that midfield for Langley. Out cross coming in, nobody in a white jersey able to get on the end of it. Kind of feels the way that this game is going as to kind of how many is it Langley's going to get? They're playing with freedom. They know that they've wrapped the league up, and they're just wanting to put on a show for their fans before the trophy presentation, which, is a reminder, is coming up after this one concludes. So round about 5:20, 5:25 Pacific time. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. But here, another good delivery, this time met by Axel de Vries. De Vries, a rookie with SFU last year. Made 14 appearances for the Red Leafs. He'll be looking to build upon a good BCPL season when he gets back into the college ranks this fall. SFU's last season in the NCAA. He'll be making the move to U Sports in 2027. As the whipped shot comes in there. Luke Norman firing that one off. Looking to the skies as he just can't keep that one down. De Vries with a long ball forward. It's over the head of everyone, and Dazovic will just play it back to Vukic. Little bit of hesitation there from Lemmer. He gets the ball taken away from him, but comes in now. Mejia rounds the keeper, goes down in the box. He's looking for the penalty. And referee Liam Abreu not interested in the slightest. Mejia did seem to throw himself to the ground there. He didn't look like he was going to get on the end of that, and as he tried to round the keeper, tried to make it look like he had been caught, but I think that was the right decision there from the referee as Burnaby go up the other end. Norman cuts it across, but just runs through everyone in a white jersey. As Thomason and Jongwei getting into a little bit of stuff there, and Jongwei looking for the foul. Again, the officials not interested. Dazovic bringing this forward now for Burnaby. Norman. Still Luke Norman gets the shot off. Didn't have a lot of power on it, and it's easily dealt with by Smiley. De Vries now bringing it forward for the home side. And Galley sends one forward for Friend to chase down, but he was just offside as that ball came through to him. And a late one coming in from Jones. First yellow card coming out for Langley in this one. Like Jones just complaining that, yeah, he was late, but he got there. as quickly as he could. He's 29 now. He's not as quick as he used to be to get to the ball, is I think the case he's trying to make.
Yellow card caution issued to Langley United's number 6, Kyle Jones, in the 40th minute.
Langley again on the quick counter here. Mahia, nice little touch to the outside. Thomas goes down, and again the referee not interested. Again, didn't really see a lot in that as the tackle came in from Declan Fro. Need to see them back, but it's a bit disappointing if the champions are leading by 2 goals and going down soft in the box looking for penalties. Not really the mark of champions to be doing stuff like that. Corner for Burnaby. It's a good one. It's flicked on. Galley got his head on that and seems to have taken a little bit of a knock in the process. Good to go on, and the action will get back underway here. 2.5 minutes left in the first half, and it's been a dominant performance from Langley. Burnaby though have shown well, and they're going to want to try and get to the next goal here and make a bit of a contest of this. Norman flicks it on for Rukavina, who sticks the foot up, but the flag was up anyway as Rukavina offside as the ball came through to him. Long ball here for Mahia to try and chase down. Vukic quickly off his line as we move into the last minute here. We'll keep an eye on the 4th official. Wouldn't imagine there's going to be more than just a couple of minutes added on at the end of the half here. The long ball forward for Langley there, broken up by Burnaby. And Jongwei looking for some movement and some room, not finding a lot of space. Now Rukavina gets it. As we move into what is going to be a minimum of 2 minutes time added on at the end of the first half here.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of
Norman
2 minutes of added time.
brings that one down. I think the stadium clock may just be a little bit ahead after it broke at one point, just approaching the half-hour mark. But we are now in to the final 2 minutes of the first half here. Can Langley get a third before the break, or could Burnaby nick one to set up a very intriguing second half? Nadeau lets that run out. Oh, I was trying to say, just as the first goal went in for Langley's, Nico Nadeau has been playing fullback for UBC in the college ranks. He's been playing more advanced for Burnaby in the BCPL, so it's going to be interesting to see how Mike Mosher uses him for the upcoming college season. Will it be as a fullback, as a wing back, or is he going to be playing more as a winger, as we've kind of seen from him in the league this season? Herbert tries to play in the aforementioned Nadeau as Friend goes down in the box. Vukic with a big boot to clear that. And that is the last action of an entertaining first half here. Langley in total command scoreline wise, but it's been a good end-to-end game. Burnaby have had their chances. Even Mejia in the 20th minute, Lucas Friend in the 33rd. The two players to put the ball in the back of the net for the champions. They're 45 minutes away from seeing out the season and lifting back-to-back BCPL championships. What will the second half hold in store on the pitch? Join us in 15 minutes to find out. Welcome back to Langley, British Columbia. It's the last 45 minutes of the 2026 BC Premier League season. We're rounding things off with the champions in the men's division, and Langley United are turning on the style as they lead the visitors Burnaby 2-0 at half-time. 45 minutes to go. Can Burnaby stage a comeback here and play spoilers ahead of Langley's trophy presentation? If you went with us at the start, I mentioned going into this game, Langley have already won the league. They're tied on 32 points with TSS Rovers. They hold the tiebreakers over TSS, but they will want to win it by a clear 3 points to show that they didn't just need the tiebreakers to do it. And they're in a very good position to do that just now. Goals from Even Mejia and Lucas Friend giving them that 2-0 lead. Langley are in the all blue with the famous Admiral stripes down the front. Burnaby in the white shirts, gold shorts and numbers, and it's Burnaby going from right to left in this second half. Langley from left to right, and both teams have a couple of substitutions to announce at the break. Coming on for Burnaby is number 8, Hugh Swan Juan, and he is coming in for number 12, Nico Nadeau. For Langley, a couple of substitutions. Number 14, Cash Fenrich, and number 27, Yuvraj Man. Coming on, making way, number 6, Kyle Jones, and number 21, Ebby Egali. That's a ball up the left-hand side for Lemmer to chase down, gets on it, sends an interesting ball into the box, and it's cleared by one of those half-time substitutions, Yuvraj Man.
Entering the match, number 27, Yuvraj Man.
Burnaby will want to give a good showing of themselves in this second half. They'll play right to the final whistle. And they're on the front foot now to start the second 45 minutes. Rukavina looking for someone to lay it off to. Fro has come forward now. Herbert does well to keep hold of that. Plays it forward to Norman. Out now to Lemmer. Closed down quickly though by Mann. He has to play that back to Declan Fro. Fro just quickly getting onto this. He is going to be playing his college football for UBC this coming season. Graduating from the Whitecaps Academy and getting some important chemistry and game time with his future teammates this season as well. There's some action on the Burnaby bench, just keeping an eye on that just now. Herbert, nice ball here forward for Norman. Lays it off inside, the shot comes in and it just flashes inches past the left post there. Hugh Swan Juan firing that one off. He had a great 2025 season for the Thunderbirds. And injury derailed that a little bit as the referee coming over to talk to Owen Lemmer, who looks like he wants him to go off for a little bit of adjustment on something there. I'm not sure if there's a bit of blood. Oh, his hand does look maybe a bit bloody here. He's having to change his shorts for some reason. I'll just give you the running commentary of this dressing change, and he's going to have to just get held up. Now waved back on with his new shorts. And And that just takes an unfortunate bounce off in Zhongwei, and it's out for the first corner to Langley in the second half. Green, he's got time to play that in. Low one to Mejia. And a very strong arm there from Vukic at his near post to turn that one around for another corner here for Langley. Mejia. Corner kick duty once again. Not one of his better ones this time. He gets it back to try and conjure up some magic on the left-hand side. Skips one way, lays it off here. On a misplay there from Matarolo. Burnaby a little bit slow getting numbers forward here. It's had to be held up by Norman, and in the end he gets his pocket picked by Otamagi. Now Langley going the other way with Mejia. Otamagi cuts it back to Friend. It was a nice first time effort from the teenager. Thomas now comes back into Friend, goes in towards the keeper, and Vukic standing tall and getting the last touch on that one. And it's going to be out for another corner for Langley, this time on the near side. Kyle Jones was taking the corners from this side in the first half. He is off the pitch at the moment, so it's now going to be Joseph Green on corner kick duty for Langley. Plays it out short to Matarolo. His curling cross comes all the way through to De Vries at the back of the box. Burnaby head it clear, trying to get a quick breakout here. Juan lays that off, gets it back now. Lemmer tries to get it back to Herbert. That's well read though by Mann, who breaks it up. But his pass forward cut out by Dazovic. Agerskov now. And Lemmer's ball hit the outstretched leg of Matarolo. Just taken away though before Herbert could get onto the end of it. Now Langley bring it out the other way. This has been a very fast-paced end-to-end start to the second half. Nice through ball for Friend, and Zhongwei. Big size mismatch there, holding off the young Friend. Agerskov breaks that up for Burnaby, and now they'll slow things down a little bit as they look to see what movement they can get. Norman now driving forward. That was a right idea, just not the best execution as they look to get that out to Calvero and Nunes, but too much on that and it just runs away. Carvalero Nunes was with Altitude last year in the BCPL, a rookie with the Thunderbirds in U Sports last year. Just made the one appearance. He's got a good footballing pedigree though. He's played over in Portugal for GDSC Cascais. He spent some time in Cristiano Ronaldo's academy as well. I had offers to stay over there with teams in Madrid and Lisbon interested. And Burnaby look set to make a double substitution very shortly. It's a short-handed bench for Burnaby today. There's only 6 players on it, and one of them is sub-goalkeeper Jake Beresford. But coming on at the next stoppage will be number 11 Brennan First, number 17 Eddie Ferrier. Lemmer holding that up, forced to go back though. One good ball brought down by Herbert. Oh, and a poor one there from Dazovic, forcing Juan to come in with a tackle, and a yellow card coming out for that, which feels a little harsh. It's Juan's first tackle of the match since coming on, but we will get the double substitution now from Burnaby. Coming on is number 11 Brennan First and number 17 Eddie Ferrier, as mentioned. Making way number 21, I was just talking about Adriano Calverero Nunes, and a little bit surprising, I think, to me, the number 16 Josh Ngonwe coming off as well. So we'll see what kind of defensive reorganisation that means. First is a midfielder. Ferrier is a fullback and a midfielder, but we'll see who slots into the middle of the back line. It looks like it might actually be Brennan First who's going to be playing as centre-back. We're used to seeing Brennan First being very influential in the middle of the park. Him and Jovan Mann have been a formidable pairing in U Sports. Mann, though, leaving UBC to head down to NCAA, although he was injured a few games ago for Burnaby, and I haven't had an update on that as to whether that is going to maybe derail his move to NCAA or not. Fro stretching to keep that in, lays it off to Lemmer. Langley about to make their third substitution at the next stoppage as well. Herbert gets the return pass there from Fro. And now we will get the substitution. And coming on is number 31, Sukman Gill. And he's going to replace number 16, Tristan Otuamagi.
Leaving the match, number 16, Tristan Otuamagi.
Sukman Gill has had limited minutes this season with Langley. Second season in the BCPL though with them. Player that's come through the Whitecaps Academy, Vancouver FC under-19s and also Lusa. He was in there 2008. De Vries, long ball forward for Friend to try and put some pressure on Dazovic. So you've got the owner of Vancouver FC's son, Lucas Friend, putting pressure on Vancouver FC assistant manager's son, Lucas Dazovic there. I'm sure both parents are sitting, taking the action in this afternoon. I think I see Nick Dazovic up in the stand. Thomas shielding that well. Plays it out to Green. Mahia. Lovely ball at the back post to Thomas, but he just can't bring that down and direct it on goal. And in the end, it's quite well wide from the Langley captain and leading scorer for them on the season with 8 goals. Still just a 2-goal game. It's been a good start to the second half for Burnaby. I'm sure head coaches Joe Zuppo and Adriano Clemente challenged the team to come out and give a good account of themselves in the second half. The hour mark fast approaching as we're going to get a goalkeeping substitution for Langley at the next break as well for the last half hour. Trayson Smiley is going to make way for Jordan Riascos. Now we will get that substitution.
More substitution for Langley United in the 61st minute. Switch to the keepers. Leaving the match, number 1, Trayson Smiley. Entering the match, number 22, Jordan Riascos.
Jordan Riascos, who has come on for this last half hour, born in Colombia. This is his first minutes of the season. Another player that's come through the LUSA system. He was with Langley United 2008. And now streaking in on goal as Langley is laid off to Thomas and easily tucked away. The quick breakaway caught Burnaby napping. And in the 62nd minute, it's Langley United 3, Burnaby 0, and it's a 9th of the season for Langley's leading scorer, Brodie Thomas. And another great season for Brodie Thomas, the club's first ever announced signing. He has been a Langley lifer. He's come through from the academy as a little boy and now playing semi-pro with the only place that he's called home. And have to give full credit as well to Cash Fenrich for the powering run forward. He could have gone for goal himself, and I think he might have fancied him tucking that away to get his second of the season, but unselfishly laid it off for Brodie, wide open in the middle, and he's not going to miss from there. And Langley 3-0 and coasting here. But Burnaby almost hitting back there. Nice little touch inside from Norman onto Oliver Herbert. And what a first call into action for Jordan Riascos. The 17-year-old keeper just cold coming off the bench, and what a big stop that was for him to keep that 3-goal lead intact. Langley going again as Friend this time tries to find Thomas in the middle. I'm sure Thomas would love to hit a perfect 10 goals wise for this campaign. You know he's going to be pushing to try and get that. And remember to stay tuned in just over half an hour, as Brodie Thomas will be lifting the BCPL trophy in a presentation that will bring you after this game is finished. It will be quite a quick turnaround, so do not go anywhere as we get the presentation done. I'm saying it's going to be a quick turnaround. I'm more hoping it's going to be a quick turnaround so I can get away to watch the England-Mexico game. Rukavina, touch inside to Norman. Lays it off for Juan, but he's closed down quickly by Joseph Green. It's been a very good defensive effort all round, all season from this Langley side. Langley started their year with a slew of clean sheets. 5 clean sheets through their first 5 games. As Burnaby making another substitution here. Ty White coming on. And making way is number 3, Owen Lemmer. Ty White's got a couple of goals on the season for Burnaby.
Number 3, Owen Lemmer. Entering the match, number 19, Ty White.
Mahia gets that one taken off his foot. Now we get some more substitutions here. Michael Ahabe, the number 36, is coming on, as is number 22, VJ Jaswal.
Entering the match, number 36, Michael Jagby. 6th substitution for Langley United. Also leaving the match, number 2, Joseph Green.
Joseph Green, Jade Manetta making way in the substitutions there. As Burnaby keeping pushing now, looking to add to their tally. I think it's going to be quite an open last 22-23 minutes here as the midway point of the second half. Fast approaching. Delivery runs all the way through to Thomas here. Tries to skip inside, but Dazovic gets a touch on that, and it's going to be behind for yet another Burnaby corner. We are past the midway point now of the second half. Fenrich over on corner kick duty this time. Everyone back defending this for Burnaby as well. Surprised they haven't left anyone up. And just held up a little bit in the wind and easily plucked out of the air from Vukic. And Juan had made the run, and now the ball does come out to the winger. Cuts into the box, hits the byline. It's very well dealt with though from Yuvraj Man. He's been really good for Langley since he's come on. Some good movement once again here, but it's broken up from Langley. One back right away though by Burnaby. Herbert plays it inside. Gets the return pass, but it's well read and cut out by the home side. Burnaby still pushing here, still looking to try and get something to get back into the game. Just a little bit scrappy there from Burnaby, and what a ball that is for Friend. Gets that out to Thomas on the left. He tries to skip past the defender there, but will have to just settle for the throw-in instead. Headed clear, and Burnaby trying to break there, getting pulled back by De Vries. That's surely got to be a yellow card. Oh, apologies, it's not De Vries either. I'm guessing, giving the wrong person credit. It was Fenrich, and the yellow card does indeed come out. And Rukavina getting brought down. Free kick in a good position here for Burnaby. And Herbert standing over this, about 30 yards out from goal. We know he's got a sweet foot on him from these set pieces. Instead, Herbert lays it off. It's chipped into the box. De Vries flicks it up in the air. Juan wins the header. And a twisting shot and turn coming in there from Ty White. Burnaby enjoying a good share of the ball here.
Trophy presentation for Langley United winning the 2026 BCPL title. So please stick around. That will begin in a few minutes after the end of this match. Thank you.
Herbert. Bringing this forward, has to track back a little bit. And plays that to Rukavini, he's onside, cuts it back invitingly, but there is nobody there to accept the invitation. And Langley will bring this one out. Into the last quarter of an hour of this season now in the BCPL. It's been an entertaining one, and this has been an entertaining game to end things off with. Hope you are enjoying the action wherever you're taking it in from. Across the Lower Mainland, across BC, across Canada, or anywhere else in the world. Thank you for watching and supporting BC Soccer, BCPL and local soccer here on the BCPL YouTube channel. We'd also like to acknowledge the following league partners: the Cruyff Institute, educating the future leaders of the soccer industry; Gatorade, Rehydrate, Replenish, Refuel; One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada; Voigt, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for the BC Premier League; Hummel, official apparel supplier of the Premier Soccer Leagues across Canada; Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league; and BC Soccer, connecting community through soccer. If you've enjoyed watching the action all season long, I'll break off here as we get another Langley attack. It's broken up. But yeah, if you've enjoyed watching the action all season long here on BCPL's YouTube channel, think about getting out and supporting these guys in their colleges. Get out and watch some U Sport, some NCAA Division 2, some Pac West. And for the players down in NCAA and out east, go and support them in the men and women's side as well. And don't forget, there's a good level of amateur soccer on in the winter in the VMSL, and a lot of these players will also play in that. And keep your eye out for the new fall-winter BCPL Youth League that is going to be getting underway under the Fraser Valley Soccer League umbrella. We'll have a little bit more details about that in the coming weeks on AFTN. As Langley get themselves another corner here. Flicked on dangerously and just hits the top of the bar and bounces over from Lucas Friend, looking for his second of the game. He got the second off the game to make it 2-0 to Langley in the first half, which feels a long time ago now. And a reminder, the trophy presentation coming up live after this game. And I've had word through that the England-Mexico game has been delayed till 6 Pacific time, so no excuse for you to turn off and miss the big presentation that will take place right after this game. BCPL Commissioner Mark Rogers will be doing the presentation to Azad Palani's side, and Langley captain Brodie Thomas will be lifting the trophy for the second time in 2 years. What a start to their BCPL campaign it's been for Langley. 2 seasons, 2 championships. And pushing for more goals here as we get set to enter the last 10 minutes of this one. Rukavina twisting, turning, not finding any room through though, and Burnaby forced to go backwards here. De Vries mopping up the loose ball there as we move in to the final 10 minutes of this game, final 10 minutes of the season out here in Langley. Langley's made a habit of getting late goals this year, so don't avert your eyes just yet. I feel there could be at least one, maybe two more goals to come in this game. Rukavina gives the return pass. Just not able to come off though for Brennan first. And we're getting a pass back. A little bit of confusion here as the linesman, the referee, just having a little bit of a consultation. And in the end, it just all comes to nothing. And it's going to be Langley's ball after all. Playing it out of the back there, almost playing themselves into a little bit of trouble. Loose one there from Fro, well cut out by Mann. Gets the ball back here from De Vries. That's a nice ball forward there from Yuvraj Mann. And chasing this one down, and what is the referee going to do here? If he gives the foul, it surely has to be a red card as well. And he is going to his back pocket. And it's a red in the 84th minute for Langley. Vijay Jaswal, not long on the pitch, the second half sub. Denying off a goal scoring opportunity, and I don't think he's got too much to complain about there. A little bit of hesitation in the back line and almost nipping in on goal.
Red card issued and subsequent injection to Langley United's number 22, Vijay Jaswal.
So a little bit of drama to end this one. Can we get more from this free kick? And I think you can see from the protestations that we've had from Langley in the last couple of minutes about a few decisions, they so badly want to keep the clean sheet here. But it's first with a free kick, goes for goal, another big save from Riascos. Tips that one away, a couple of big stops from the sub-keeper. Burnaby with a man advantage now, pushing hard, the referee just getting in the way there, and Norman, ball comes back to Norman, he can't get a lot of power on that, it's more a poke towards goal in the end, and again Riascos easily dealing with that. It's been a good little cameo from the Langley sub-keeper. Long ball forward, looking for Rukavina, but anywhere will do to clear this now for Langley. I think might see Langley just getting as many bodies behind the ball for these last 4 minutes and change as they can. And Tevries kicking that all the way out the stadium, I think, by the looks of it. See if I can find that on in the car park on my way back to the car. Rukavina turns one way, goes back inside. First now, it's a nice collar off the right post from Brennan First. And across the face a goal from Oliver Herbert. And Burnaby coming within inches, the width of the post, are pulling one back here. Is a beautiful curler from Brennan First. He doesn't get a lot of goals. 7 goals in his 3 years and 63 appearances at UBC, but we know he's got a great shot on him and nearly got one there, and he's in front of goal again and almost poking that one in. We'd love to see Brennan get on the score sheet. One of the standout players for UBC these last 3 years. Into the last 2 minutes now of regulation. We'll keep an eye on the 4th official. There are good few minutes maybe to add on here, 3, 4 maybe. And a couple of stoppages this half as Juan plays it in. Burnaby playing some of their best football of the game in the closing moments here. They really want to try and nick a goal here. It's about pride, I think, at this point. You want to stop the champs getting a clean sheet. They're going to get a free kick opportunity to whip into the box here. Everyone is going to be back defending this for Langley, as Oliver Herbert will curl this one in. Into the last minute of the 90. Herbert, good colour, is flicked on, and it's one back here for Langley. And I think it was the aforementioned Brennan First that got his head onto that. And indeed, it was. I just said I'd like him to get his goal. He's got his goal. It was a lovely delivery in from Oliver Herbert. Beautiful flick on. and nothing Riascos could do to keep that one out, and it's a 3-1 game.
Burnaby FC goal scored by number 11, Brennan Purse, in the 90th minute. First in the 90th minute.
And we're going to have a minimum of 4 minutes added on at the end here.
4 minutes.
Burnaby pushing forward here. They fancy they could maybe nick another one before the end. Herbert cuts it back to Rukavina. He makes room for the shot. A good block coming in from De Vries. And then a swipe at that at the edge of the box, and it's wide in the end for Burnaby. Agerskov with that effort. Langley, they will want to finish with a flourish themselves here. Juan putting on the Jets up the left wing here. Skips past a second challenge. Little touch inside to Herbert. He tries to cut that one back. But De Vries powering forward. And as we move into the last couple of minutes of stoppage time here, I'd like to give my unofficial AFTN players of the game, but I will just break off here as Michael Jagby plays that one forward. So for Burnaby, I think Oliver Herbert, the number 10, has been so lively throughout. He's been, if anything that Burnaby's created, it kind of has felt that Oliver Herbert's been at the centre of it. So he is my Burnaby player of the game. And for Langley, I have to give it to the big centre-back that's just going in for the tackle there. Axel De Vries, I think, has been absolutely formidable in the centre of the defence for Langley this afternoon. And he gets my Langley player of the game. Also have to give a little hat tip, have to say, to Jordan Riascos, who's come in for the last half hour and had a couple of big saves. Vukic will chase this one down. That goal, incidentally, for Brennan First is his third of the season, 3 in 2 games for Brennan. Oh, and it's another one pulled back here. Luke Norman, deep into stoppage time, makes it a 3-2 game with a lovely little finish. And Burnaby finishing their season strong. That's going to, you feel, maybe going to be one of the last bits of action of this game. But a nice 3-2 game in the end, and Burnaby will be kind of wondering what could have been just the second goal of the season for Luke Norman. And that is indeed the last action of this one. It's been a strong finish from Burnaby, but it was a commanding first 75-80 minutes from Langley. They took the lead 20 minutes in with a great goal from Ivan Mejia. Lucas Friend made it 2-0 in the 33rd minute, and then Brodie Thomas got his 9th of the season to make it 3-0 just past the hour mark. A strong finish from Burnaby as Brennan First and Luke Norman made it a 3-2 game. They will take a lot from this season as they now go back to the college ranks, many of them with UBC. I'll have their calls later in the season up for Thunderbird. But for Langley United, it's been another successful BC Premier League campaign. Back-to-back men's champions. They've booked their berth once again into the Canadian Championship, and they will represent the league and the province in 2027. And now the trophy presentation will be coming up. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with that real soon. Welcome back to Willoughby Stadium in Langley. It's time for the presentation of the 2026 BCPL Men's Division Champions. We saw Vancouver Rise Academy get their award a couple of weeks ago after their victory over TSS Rovers. And BCPL Commissioner Mark Rogers greeting Brodie Thomas and co-captain Even Mejia as they bring the players out to get their medal presentations. Brodie Thomas, leading scorer, 9 goals on the year. Even Mejia, 2 goals behind on 7. Trayson Smiley, the goalkeeper, his 3rd clean sheet of the season, because they hadn't conceded by the time that he had left the pitch today. Jaden Mineta now getting his. Sukhman Gill posing for the camera. Marcus DeAndrea, a sub today, didn't come on in the later stages. Manuel Santo, who was pegged down to start today, but a late little injury caused a switch late in the game.
Number 15, Lucas Fred. Number 16, Tristan Ojomaji. Number 21, Ebby Agali. Number 42, Jordan Riascos. Number 5, Adam Hashtecki. Number 14, Cash Redrick. Number 19, Marcus Andrea.
The players continuing to get the medals. I'll give you a rundown of those that we haven't mentioned so far. Number 2, Joseph Green. Number 3, Nico Papakiriakopoulos. Number 4, Jaden Mineta. Number 5, Adam Hajeki. Number 6, Kyle Jones. Number 8, Adriano Matarolo. Number 9, Dominic De Paula. Number 10, Even Mejia. Number 11, Brodie Thomas. Number 12, Axel De Vries. Number 14, Cash Fenrich. Number 15, Lucas Friend. Number 16, Tristan Otuamagi. Number 17, Connor McMillan. Number 18, Joey Buchanan. Number 19, Marcus DeAndrea. Number 21, Ebby Agali. Number 22, VJ Jaswal. Number 23, Grant Verhoeven. 27, Yuvraj Man. 31, Sukhman Gill. 33, Tyler Marsden. 34, Razik Whaley. Number 36, Michael Ajagbe. Number 38, Emmanuel Santo. And in goal today, wearing number 42, Jordan Riascos. We've also got to give a shout out as well to Jordan Thorson, who suffered an injury a couple of weeks ago in the warm-up for the game against Altitude. Number of players certainly played their part over the course of the season. And don't forget the Vancouver FC players that had dropped down to play in the BCPL with their affiliate side and had a big impact on the season for them as well. Marcel Babishkov, 1 goal for him. Lise Musset, we saw him play in the English Premier League. And then we saw him play in the BC Premier League in a game that we brought you here earlier in the season. He got on the score sheet. Vitor Lucas de Arajo, who was absolutely electric in the games that he played, 3 goals for him. Abdoulaye Ouattara also got a goal on coming down from the Vancouver FC team. And who knows, maybe we will see the rematch in the Canadian Championship next season. Maybe it will be a second chance to create history for Langley as they might get drawn against Vancouver FC in the 2027 Championship. They certainly gave VFC a good run for their money in their match-up back in May. I was out here for that one. And Mark Parker, the technical director of Langley United, just getting his medal and hug from BCPL Commissioner Mark Rogers. And it's going to be time now for the trophy to be presented to Langley captain Brodie Thomas. As mentioned during the broadcast, Brodie Thomas, a looser lifer. He's come through the academy. He lifted the BCPL championship in 2025, and now he will step forward and lift it again for his side. What a couple of seasons it's been in the league for Langley. They came in to the BCPL for the first time in 2025. It went right down to the last game in that season. They needed a stoppage time penalty to win the championship. It was a little bit more comfortable this time around. They won it in the penultimate game of the season, and that made this one a little bit of a free hit for them as they came away with a 3-2 victory, winning the league by 3 points in the end over TSS Rovers. And what a battle, what a rivalry it has been between those two sides for the last 2 seasons, and I can't wait to see that continue in 2027. Captain Brodie Thomas and head coach Azad Palani posing with Mark Rogers as the trophy presentation now will get taken over to the squad, and Brodie Thomas goes over to his team, and that is that. Langley United are your 2026 BC Premier League champions. It's been a fantastic season for them. I hope you've enjoyed the action here on the BCPL YouTube channel. I've been Michael McCall. We'll be back in 2027. What will that hold in store? There's only one way to find out. Tune in, or better still, come out to the games. Thanks everyone for watching and supporting the BCPL this year. We'll see you in 2027.